We are live. Welcome to the premiere episode of Meal Prep Sundays with the DFAM. We've got Stevie in the house.
What's up?
Steve is the dad, and my name's Margaux. I'm the mom. And our family all came together to inspire and uplift other families. And so we decided to start first with something that everybody does and everybody eats. And one thing that Stevie inspired us to do is meal prep. So he started meal prepping in college, and his refrigerator looked 1,000 times better than ours. And he was prepping great food, eating really healthy food all week. And what's the other reason to meal prep other than health, Stevie?
It's super cheap and it's easy. It saves you time. It's cheap and it saves you time.
It saves you time and it saves you money. And I can't tell you, last week we did a dress rehearsal, and this week we had tons of amazing food through the week, even through yesterday. We celebrated one. We went and we celebrated one night out this week because we were celebrating something that I'll explain as we're meal prepping. But other than that, we had food ready to go all week, and it felt so good. I can tell you, you will decrease your stress, you will decrease your anxiety, you will increase the amount of time you have because you are prepped and prepared. Did you want to say anything before we dive into the recipes?
No, we've got X amount of time.
I know, we gotta
go through a bunch of recipes.
We gotta go.
If you were already on the list, you've already received the shopping list and the recipes. That's what we're going to be doing today. Next week it'll be something different. So we're just going to roll through it. And as we do, I'm doing a couple of them. Margot's doing a couple of them. But all these recipes came from Stevie Drake. I'm going to unmute Stevie because he was kind of loud. And then, hey, Stevie, tell us why you picked these recipes. You're the one that picked cilantro rice and chicken broth.
All right, are you guys ready?
We're ready.
I have been cooking chicken breast for five years. I've been trying to find the best way to cook it. There's different ways, but the way I cook it is I like it to be a little more juicy. Because the amount that I'm eating, it's a lot. If it's too rough, it takes too long to eat. And I also like it to taste good and obviously be healthy. So this is, I wouldn't say professional. Professional's 10,000 hours. I probably put in about 9,000 hours in cooking chicken breast. So I'm not a professional yet. But this is what I have come down to as the best way to cook chicken breast. And my recipe was given to you by my mama. Yep. And that's what we'll be cooking today.
I actually will show you guys how I received the recipes, and it's very different than how you received the recipes, but that's the way it is. And so even though it's going to be a lot of work organizing and systemizing, it's so nice that we have this time blocked. We know exactly what we're making. We talked yesterday. Hopefully yesterday you cleaned out your refrigerator. That's the whole idea. Receive the emails on Friday. Get ready on Saturday, and we're going to get so much done in the next 55 minutes. So let's go.
So Stevie, I normally would grill my chicken, but I'm doing it exactly like you. Searing it first, so that I'm putting it in the oven to kind of bake it. We are literally doing your recipe. So what we're doing today is cilantro, lime rice, chicken breast. We are boiling some hard-boiled eggs just as a snack that we'll have throughout the week. And we are cutting veggies. And that's it. But there's time constraints on all those. So the thing that we have to get rolling right now is we got to get the rice in the rice cooker. So Margot's going to work on that right now. So that takes about 25 minutes.
Yep. Okay, so I will start with the rice, and Steve is going to be marinating. Do you want to marinate chicken, or do you just start with this?
No, we start with this because it's the time constraint.
All right,
so the thing that Margaux doesn't know is when she was in California, I bought one of these Instapot things because we had a slow cooker and we had a rice cooker, and I realized that we could combine those two things. We've got a smaller house now, but she's never used the Instapot. And for those of you that have an Instapot, you can text Margaux and tell her how amazing these things are, what they can do, how quickly they can do it. But I get to show her the one button that she has to push in order to make rice. It's awesome. But this is the first time she's doing it. And I'll get my stuff ready for the chicken, and I'm going to do the eggs also.
All right, and I am gluten-free, not by choice, but by necessity. And although rice is a grain that is gluten-free, you always, if you are highly sensitive, you need to make sure that you check for the gluten-free label, because sometimes it's processed in plants that have glutinous grains in them. So, so anyway, this is organic jasmine rice that is also marked gluten-free.
Just a note on the boiled eggs. We're just using organic eggs. And what we found, it was interesting. You can hard boil your eggs, or you could buy pre-hard boiled eggs. The cost difference is minimal, but we still wanted to do it today. Sometimes we buy them. It's a little harder to find organic hard boiled eggs, pre-hard boiled eggs. But we're going to do ours today. And literally, we're just going to do the whole dozen. Okay. So the thing to do with these is they go into the pot with cool water, and you fill you put about an inch of water over the eggs, and then turn the power on the oven to get them all hot. Bring it to a boil, cover the top, and that's about as much as I'm going to say about the eggs. So I'm going to get going with those.
Yep.
Back to the rice.
And I'm going to do egg math later, which will be pretty interesting. But if you noticed, while Steve was talking, I put my 2 cups of organic gluten-free jasmine rice in here, and I washed it, because so many people don't realize that you have to wash your legumes, you have to wash your grains. When you see what comes off of them, it's gross. So make sure you just run some water over it and wash it. And I'm going to put this in the Instant Pot. The recipe I had written, I didn't assume that anybody had a rice cooker or an Instant Pot. Stevie, do you have a rice cooker?
I have a rice cooker.
Yeah, I'm not into a ton of kitchen gadgets, but I will say that this Instapot with what Steve has made in it and that rice cooker saved me as a mom with a lot of after school activities to get grains going. And also breakfast in the morning. We did a lot of fun breakfast in that thing too.
I got mine at Walmart, and it comes with a little vegetable steamer, and it was like $20, and I've had it for 3 years. It's worth it.
Also, in the email, you have a link to the Instapot that we use and like. So you can check that out too on Amazon. It can come directly to your door. So we're gonna get the rice cooking. You have to do this because I don't know how to do it. I'm learning with you guys. So I just put the rice in the Instapot. He said I have to push one button. Yeah, we have to put water in? Oh, yeah. The other thing I use is purified water when I cook, reverse osmosis.
So how many cups of rice did you put in there?
2.
So put 3 cups of
I usually double up the I usually do twice the water because I like a wetter rice.
Interesting. 1, 2. I don't want to lose count. I like a drier rice, and I didn't assume that everybody had these kitchen gadgets, so the recipe can be made in a stock pot on the range. Okay, that's 3 cups. 3 cups.
All right, put it right there.
So you guys are doing rice right now?
Yeah. You put this on, Margaux. Watch. Put this on. See, this says ventilate or seal. You want it on seal? Push that right there. There.
That's it, you guys. That was super easy. You put it on seal and push a button. Now, one thing you have to be really careful of is this. Well, if it's sealed, will it still have steam?
It won't. It won't. Like right now, it's fine. But when you let the vapor out, it just goes all over the place.
That's something that you don't
get
want
on your cabinets and stuff.
You don't want to ruin your cabinets over time with that steam. So just be careful of that. So next, I am going to be making the cilantro lime dressing. and Steve's going to be making some chicken. Stevie, you have anything else you want to add?
I don't do a dressing. I just make the rice first and then add the cilantro and the lime after. But you do what you want to do.
Well, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just going to be here to fold into the rice when the rice is.
Okay, so I'm starting to look into the chicken breast right now. Again, we got organic chicken breast, and we talked about it last week, why we try to find stuff that doesn't have any antibiotics or hormones added to it. Do you want me to say it again?
Yeah.
It's literally because Margaux's perimenopause right now. So any additional environmental hormones totally affect her. So that's one thing that we do. And what I do, like Stevie does his chicken breasts whole, what we'll do is we have 4 full-size chicken breasts. I'm going to cut them in half lengthwise so that for every chicken breast, we actually get 2 portions. That's just how Margaux and I eat it. You don't have to do it that way because Stevie, he eats the full breast all by himself. So I'm going to take these, just rinse them off with water, and then I'm going to sear them with I'm going to put them in a bag first with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper and coat them. And then they're going to go in a frying pan to sear quickly before they go into the oven. See, Stevie's got it right. He's doing it. He's doing it in a bowl, Stevie?
Yeah, just do it in a bowl. Don't waste the plastic bag.
All right, I'll do that. If I were marinating it longer in the fridge, I would do it that way.
Okay, so now we are working on the dressing for the cilantro lime rice. And so that calls for, Stevie, does this look familiar?
The quality is very poor on this. I think it's because we're going through a different server and then it's going back out, so I can't really see anything.
Well, that's not good.
No.
I'll get closer.
Do I look fine?
Yeah, you do.
You guys are very choppy.
Let me see. Teddy said the Wi-Fi was.
Yeah, and I bought you that. That's a solid gift right there.
That is a solid gift.
So you want to do the cilantro right now. So you want to wash your cilantro because the way they just chop it and they just rinse it, and sometimes you'll be eating your rice and you'll get little grits of sand. So I just like to rinse it off again. Try to get as much sand and dirt off as possible. Because when you're eating rice and you get it like a big sand thing, it's horrible. So.
And you also don't want to break your teeth. That's another reason to wash your grains and legumes for rot.
Well, how do you get a rock out of?
Well,
lentils especially.
When you see it in the colander and you're tossing it around and you're rinsing it, you'll see it.
Yeah. I like to use as much cilantro as possible. I just use the whole thing, but I also am making 4 cups of dry rice, so we'll make quite a bit more of.
Oh my gosh, that's a ton.
That is a ton.
I don't use it all, but the way I think of it is rice is so cheap. I buy it, and here, let me show you guys what I do. This is what I buy. I like Himalayan rice. I'm actually going through quite a bit of it. This is what basmati. Yeah, basmati rice from the Himalayas. You can get it in this big bag pretty much anywhere, and it's like $20, and it'll last you like a whole year. So I don't know. That's what I do. And the way I see it is, I'd rather make.
Do you shop at Costco?
I shop at Costco, yeah. But the way I see it is, I'd rather make more rice, because rice is cheaper than chicken. And if I have too much rice without enough chicken, it's easier to have an excess of rice because you can just easily throw that away and not be too upset about it because it was like $1 worth of rice, if that. So that's the way I think of it. But I like to chop it up real fine.
So Stevie, I didn't have a chance to explain this earlier. This little salt dish was a gift from Stevie, either for my birthday or Mother's Day. He's a really, really good and thoughtful gift giver.
Yes, I am.
And talk about something that we use every single day. So one thing that so I put my cilantro in, and I'm doing my garlic cloves next. You can buy garlic like this in a little jar, but I'm telling you, it does not taste the same. And parents out there, involve your kids in food, because they need to understand what it is to prepare food, and they need to understand what goes into it. And a lot of love and labor, blood, sweat, tears, and love go into food. But one of the things that you can do with little hands, and to give them a chore and make them feel like they are contributing, this is very safe for little kids. And they will also understand where garlic comes from, what it looks like. This is a head of garlic, and this is a clove of garlic. So one of Teddy's, who will be on in 2 weeks, her job was every single week to peel a head of garlic. And it also keeps them occupied for a substantial amount of time. And then that's less time you have to be doing what I'm doing right now, which is peeling the garlic and all of that. So the recipe calls for 1 to 2. I love garlic, so I'm doing 3. And then another tip with garlic is that you put this blade of the knife down, smash the whole clove, and then peel the papery part off. And then if you are storing it, just store it in a covered container, because it will smell your refrigerator up.
I'm reading some of the comments, and some people are saying that both of our frames are clear, and some people are saying that Margaux's and mine is a little slow. So we'll have to figure out how we can, Stevie said the same thing, how we can improve it. Arlene Wright says they're both clear as well. But then Beth Horton said that it's a little slow.
Hi, viewers.
And Stevie's is clear. So we'll work on it. We'll figure it out. I don't know.
Do you want me to start with the chicken?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so what I'm going to do is I got my skillet. I like skillets because meat has a natural release point, and when you're searing something, I think I have a knife in the washing machine. It has a natural point where it unsticks from the pan, and that's when you know it's ready. So I put some olive oil down on my skillet, and now I'm gonna set it to 6 out of 10. Because what we're trying to do is, I like to sear it because you get that flavor on the outside with the. I like to go a little bit past golden brown, just so it kind of can lock in that moisture once you put it in the oven. So I guess I can't really start because I haven't had it heating up, but once it heats up, we'll get this thing rolling. Hey, let me know. Can I turn this on, or is that too loud? My fan?
Here, I can. Oh, is it on right now?
I can't hear it. Let us know in the comments if Stevie's fan, if you can hear it. You guys, we need as much feedback as possible. There's a lot of technology that goes into this. So any feedback you can give us to make this go smoother and be a more enjoyable, usable experience for you, give it to us. Here's
a little thing that I like to do. This isn't part of anything. I just want to show you guys. I microwave a lot of chili, and I like to have a clean microwave. So this was between $5 and $10 on Amazon. It's a little topper you can put over your food in your microwave, and instead of getting your whole microwave dirty, you just throw this in the dishwasher, clean it up, and you'll always have a clean microwave.
That is awesome. Stevie, will you send
chili next time?
Stevie, will you send me that link? I'll add it to our family fave.
Let me just write that note down on my fancy new mirror.
You guys have to check that mirror out. So Stevie is very cost conscious. He has purchased so much of what he has in his new apartment from Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. How much did you pay for that piece of glass?
The mirror?
The mirror, yeah.
I think it was like $65, but it's huge.
It's huge. It's like 4 feet by 6 feet. And then he welded the coolest steel frame to go around it. So some of Stevie's tips and skills will be coming in future newsletters. His motto, if you didn't read it already, is that you can learn anything from YouTube.
Yes, you can.
So you guys, I am juicing the limes. I just cut them in half. One trick with the lime is that before you juice limes or lemons, in order to release a lot more of the juice inside, roll them before you cut them. And then I just stick a fork in them. And make sure you don't go all the way through the palm of your hand, because with the juice and a new wound, that would be very painful. So be very gentle. And then you go back and forth like a lever. It works like a charm.
Like a lever. All right.
All right, you guys ready? The oil's hitting the smoking point. So when you start to see a little bit of smoke coming off the pan, that's when you know it's ready to rock and roll. And like my dad said, I just take the whole chicken breast. First I wash it off, and then I kind of try to get it as flat as possible. Oh, it's not ready. Never mind. You know what? I'll just do it. So I put it in the pan. Oh, yeah, okay. And it's not as hot as it should be. Ooh, there's a little bone right there. Ugh, I'll leave that in there. So I do 3 and 3, because there's 6 in a packet that I get. So right now it's sitting on there. And it's just going to be a little bit. We're not trying to cook it through. We're just trying to get just that little flavor, a little bit past golden brown on the outside to lock in the moisture, so that when it goes in the oven, it can be nice and juicy when it comes out.
Can I put the chat up on there?
Yeah.
Like take that off?
Yeah. You guys, I'm not going to lie. We had to dig this food processor. That is why I wanted to do meal prep Sunday, because we did not meal prep it. And it was costing us a lot of money in last minute dining out. And maybe because we'd get so hungry, we weren't making the right choices. So I literally had to dust this baby off. And I am rusty with how to use so much of this equipment. So I feel like I'm kind of starting at zero in many ways.
I'm taking pictures as I go along.
And the last thing is 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You get the food processor going and you add it to the blaze. And you guys, this smells and tastes so good. I love, and you might have to open it and scrape the sides down. I love the fact that we have so many live viewers, that Arlene Wright and Ellie Drake are reconnecting here on social media. That's what I love about social media. You can stay connected with people all over the place. And interesting fact about Arlene Wright, she was at my very first food prep demo that I held in my kitchen. She was there, and we made an entire raw meal. Was it raw food, Arlene, or was it Mexican, or was it Mexican raw food? I can't remember. Are we done with this?
Yeah.
And make sure you don't have your laptop right next to your skillet when you're cooking, like I do, because you'll get oil all over it.
Nice.
Yeah. And also, we never talked about this, but we like to use chicken breast because it's more lean than other cuts of the chicken. And it's a much healthier cut. Chicken is the drumsticks and other parts can be quite a bit fattier than the breast, especially when you take off the fat. I kind of leave a little bit of the fat on just because I'm lazy, and I don't know, I just eat it. But chicken breast is the way to go if you're trying to eat
Stevie
clean.
Drake, if you're lazy, I would like to see what your definition of motivated is. I don't think you're lazy.
Oh boy.
So, you guys, one of the other things that I definitely have done my whole life and hopefully have taught the kids to do, I don't know, so Stevie, you can tell me if you do this too, is we came from clean the kitchen as you are cooking. So when you finally sit down to eat, you can enjoy your meal and not look over at the kitchen and think, oh my gosh, after this, now I have to stand up and we have to clean the kitchen. So, and that's another thing you can involve the kids in. If they're too little to help you in the kitchen, maybe they can dry things, they can put them away from you, so they start navigating around the kitchen, put ingredients away. Oh, one of the things I had the kids do was mise en place for me before I would even start cooking. And mise en place is the French term for everything in its place. Stevie, did you ever do that, or was that just the girls?
I can't remember.
And the other thing that it taught them was how to read. They had to read a recipe and get everything out, and it saves you so much time. And if I was busy working or maybe at an event with another child, then I could come in and hammer through a recipe a lot faster. That was before we were meal prepping. And then as far as the cleaning as you go piece is concerned, so I came from a family of 6 kids. 6 kids. So you can imagine the amount of food that my mom had to create, and then also the mess that came with it. So I just wanted, I learned from having a big family that you can clean up as you go, and then everyone can sit around the table and enjoy a meal, and then everybody helps clean up in some way, shape, or form. In our house growing up, we had kitchen duty was one of our jobs for a week. So one of us kids had to do it. In our house, with Stevie, Ellie, and Teddy, it wasn't quite that organized, I don't think, but all the kids put their dishes in the dishwasher and helped in some way before they left the kitchen. And I think they had to ask to be excused to go do whatever they needed to do next. It wasn't like getting up.
Teddy would just ghost.
Teddy would ghost. She would conveniently have to go to the bathroom, like
she would just ghost. And next thing you know, we didn't know where she was, and she'd be in front of the TV somewhere.
Teddy!
So, egg update. Hard-boiled egg update. So how long did that take to boil the egg? What you do is you bring the water to a rapid boil and then turn the heat off. Cover the whole pot up with a heavy sealed top, and then it should sit there for like 10 to 12 minutes, and that's it. And then as soon as that's done, and I've done a little thing on my watch, then you put cold water all over them, and then as soon as they cool off completely, you can peel them. And then that's what we do. We'll peel all these and put them all in the fridge in a covered container. So Stevie, Aunt Pam wants, actually it's from Riley, your cousin, wants to know what you're drinking right now.
I'm drinking LaCroix. Lime.
LaCroix. All right, there you go, Riley. Not very interesting. LaCroix.
I need to get better at drinking water, and this is
Stevie Drake. So everyone knows that Stevie moved out of the house, and he moved 2 buildings away from us. We live in downtown Grand Rapids, but it's a really cool old building where the walls of his apartment are like exposed brick. It's just a really great, awesome first apartment. Cool. But in the main floor of that building, there's a microbrewery, and it's called City Built Brewery. It's so awesome. They make really, really good beer, but then they also make Puerto Rican food. It's just an interesting spot. So if you're ever in town and you run across City Built Brewery, you know that you're in Stevie Drake's building.
Yeah, get the white chicken chili.
And you don't drink that beer very much, do you?
No.
No.
You know why? Because I save money and I buy it at Costco. And we don't drink that much, so we save money there too.
Well, you also realize you can't drink when you have to get up and go to work the next day, right?
Or when yeah.
That's a total
Even like,
fact, isn't it?
I'm
That's
like an
real life.
adult now, and after like 2 beers, I'll get up and feel like crap. So we save that for the weekend.
Yeah, so no drinking during the week. If you want to go to the gym first thing in the morning and get that out of the way.
All right, Stevie, my chicken breasts are all done being seared.
What are you talking about? No way. No way. Oh, well, that doesn't change anything.
Can you see them? So that's what mine look like.
I can't see them at all.
Now those are going to go into the oven.
Yeah, so what you want to do is you want to put quite a bit of, I don't know how to explain how much olive oil. Enough olive oil where, because this pan is still hot and it's still going to sear on one side when you throw it in. So you kind of want to cool the pan down with olive oil so it doesn't keep on searing it, because you want it to cook evenly. You don't just want the pan to keep on cooking one side of that chicken breast. Bam.
Stevie, someone is asking.
How are you seeing this stuff? I can't see nothing.
I have the my Facebook Live from I have the Facebook Live up, and I'm seeing the chat. But we didn't we have the comments up here for a while? Did you change the view?
I didn't know how to do it.
Okay. So Stevie, we have Beth Horton is asking you to show us your chicken.
Show us your chicken. Hey, Stevie, see, mine's all done. Do I cover it with aluminum foil?
Nope.
Nope, just cook it like this?
The recipe says cover, people.
Well, that was not on my recipe.
Place seared breast in a shallow baking dish and cover with foil. Because when you are roasting something, you're cooking it over 400 degrees, which this is not, and it is uncovered. When you're baking something, it's usually under 375 degrees. This is at 350, and it is covered. Bake for 10 to 15 minutes at 350 degrees.
Hey, unbeknownst to everyone, we just popped a fuse.
And, we popped the fuse. That's interesting. Well,
that happens all the time.
Where was this?
It was done.
It's done?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know.
Hey, you guys. Well, we expected some snafu today. The email going out at the wrong time is an easy fix. Popping a fuse is something that we did not consider.
If you tune in every Sunday, I guarantee you're going to see something catch on fire.
It'll get better.
Well,
it will get better and better. And one tip about the food processor.
Look at that. Aren't we glad we went just in case?
You guys never, ever, ever feed something into the food processor with your hand. Always use the safety. And this is not a job for kids. Little known fact, when I was little, probably in elementary school, I was helping my mom make a Mexican dinner, and I decided to shove the cheese into the food processor with my hand without I think it was lettuce. I can't remember if it was lettuce or cheese, but without this. And it was not good for the tip of my finger. So always be smart. Have kids do kids things in the kitchen, and adults use the safety.
All right, we got insanity going on.
That was probably before there was a safety on food processors. Like before seatbelts were So we're cleaning as we go. If you guys are joining live and you would like today's recipes, go ahead and text the word family in all caps to 616-344-4401. And boom, you'll get them.
And remember, when cleaning, oils bind to soap. if you want to, like the oil on chicken breast. I just had to clean my little bowl for the rice and just a little bit of soap. I know you're supposed to use soap all the time, but it just makes it really easy. Obviously.
You guys, look at that. We are in the home stretch, and you know, we talked for about 5 minutes because this is our first episode, and we just have a couple more things to do. This cilantro lime dressing smells amazing. So one of the things this week when I did the recipe on the stovetop, so I just wanted to check it and make sure it was good for the stovetop. Again, with little kids, or if you've got to go out, pick someone up, come back, you can't leave things on the stovetop. That's when the Instapot or the rice cooker comes into play. Or you can be helping someone with their homework while the rice is cooking. One of the things that it did, because I was working with Teddy while I was trying to cook the rice, distracted, which moms get distracted, right? And it boiled over and made a mess all over the room. So the rice cooker or the Instapot will save you, it'll allow you to not have to be present in the kitchen, and it will also save you probably a mess on your stovetop.
So what you have to do is
Do what?
Fork and
Fluff it. God, wait till you guys see this rice. It's perfect.
You need crab fingers.
Those are cool. Does those come with it? You guys have to see these. They came with the Instapot.
They all know. You're the last one to know about these.
Wait, you have to show them this. It's perfect, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh. You guys, it's absolutely perfect, and I didn't have to look behind me. What?
Okay, you might want like one of these.
So now you just put the dressing right into the rice. So Stevie, are you using our white knives?
Am I using what?
Are you using our white Woostop knives?
Yeah.
So you guys talk about investing in good quality products that last forever. Those knives were the wedding gift that my mom gave me for our wedding, which was 28 years ago. They're really high quality knives, full, what are they called when the Stevie, what's it called when the steel?
It's a full tang, and it's forged, so it's got more weight in the back. But when you're buying a knife, you want to make sure that you get it's forged so that it's thick right here. Because if you just get a stamped steel knife, they can be sharp, but like the quality of the metal they use, it could be sharp for a little bit, but it's just gonna deteriorate. But if you get a set of nice forged knives, they'll last. You'll have to get them sharpened every once in a while, but they will last forever because it's forged stainless steel. I mean, it's a hunk of metal. It's not gonna go bad. But if you get stamped steel knives, they're gonna bend. They're just not, no more bien.
Oh.
You want to put that in something so you can like see it?
You guys no, we want to put it in our meal prep containers. You guys, when are we going to be able to live stream the smell? So, I want to show you guys this. Oh, it's so hot. I wish you could smell it. It smells so good.
Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Stevie, you just
you turned on
you just
our
started
Alexa
a timer
too.
in here.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, good.
So,
We'll both know when it's done.
At home, how it's going for you guys? I'm just putting the rice into these glass baking dishes. Or I'm sorry, these are meal prep containers. We prefer the glass. Stevie, I'd like to add your meal prep containers that you prefer. They look more like this with the lid. There are pros and cons, yeah. There are pros and cons to both. I like storing my things in glass, not plastic. And also these containers can also go in the oven. I wouldn't put them right from the refrigerator into the oven. I'd go room temperature to oven. And they can also go in the microwave. Whereas,
well, the ones I get are also microwave and dishwasher safe.
They're what?
So the ones that I get, they're microwave and dishwasher safe. They're like kind of in between. Like the way I see it is, if I have like a meal prep that I accidentally leave in my car, it's not a big deal if I just throw the whole thing away. But they are reusable. So I just have a stack and I'll throw like one away a month or something. And when I get too low, I'll buy a new pack and keep them rotating.
So we are storing ours kind of in bulk, and then we're going to make our meals with what we have stored. Another way to do meal prep is to actually weigh out everything and make your meals in the containers. And if you're doing that, those containers that Stevie has are really nice for that. But since I work at home, I don't really need to do that. I do like to use these to bring meal prep to my mom, just because they're a lot lighter, and then we can make whole meals for her and they stack up in your refrigerator. The other benefit to this kind of scenario is that you can fit, they're more on a shelf than maybe the glass.
My rice is done right now, so I just throw the cilantro into this bowl, and now I didn't have fresh limes. It's good to have them, because what I like to do is get a bunch of limes and cut them and juice them, and then I save the juiced like halves, and I'll just throw 1/2 into every container just to add a little bit of flavor once it's when I'm warming it up in the microwave. It's just, why not, like, don't throw it away, just, you know, throw it in there.
And then you always have lime juice for margaritas if you need a margarita.
That tastes like rice. I'm missing a top.
Right? Oh, it's over here. Is it this one?
No, here. You can use that one.
One thing I forgot to do, because there's a lot going on, is taste it before I put it into the containers. But it tastes perfect. Always taste it and make sure, you know, you might want to add some salt or a squeeze of lime juice or something, but it tastes perfect. And then also, we're not going to put these right in the refrigerator this hot, because it's going to heat up your refrigerator. So just leave them on the counter and put it in your refrigerator when it cools down a little bit.
Stevie, how long have your chicken breast been in the oven?
I don't know. Alexa, how much left time is on the timer?
You have 5 minutes and 40 seconds left on your
They've been in there for 4 minutes.
So you do yours for like 10 minutes?
5 to 10. I'm not trying to cook them like super thoroughly. I mean, thoroughly, but not. I want them to be juicy. Like, when I cut into them, I want juice to come out.
Got it.
Stevie, that was one of your jobs. It's all coming back to me, you guys. It was a big blur for so many years.
Why did we always need juice?
Lemon juice. Because lemon and garlic.
Ellie used to clean garlic, so
no,
we
Teddy.
always.
Teddy
Teddy did?
was the one that cleaned the garlic. Yeah. But Stevie, was it your job to juice the lemons, or was that Ellie?
Mine.
It was yours?
Yep.
So I used to buy a bag of organic lemons. And how did you do it? Did you use the electric juicer? Or no?
He made a machine to do it.
Knowing Stevie, he probably did make a machine to do it. You guys, thank you live viewers for sticking with us. I hope you're actually meal prepping with us. And if you are, we want to see it. We want to share it on social media. We want to give you guys a shout out. Use the hashtag DFAM meal prep on social. Facebook, Instagram, whatever your social platform is. Hashtag DFAM meal prep. There'll be 2 M's next to each other.
Yeah.
So you guys, we just have about a little over 10 minutes left.
We're not going to make it.
Yes? Yes, we are.
I'm not going to make it.
But is this on camera? Yeah, that can go.
Let's start. Mom, where's your scale?
Yeah, Stevie, we don't take it that far. Yeah, do you have it?
I think that was a trick question. Did you take our scale?
Well, I have my own scale. Let me pull it out so next time I see you guys, I can just give it to you. Because you guys need to start using that. We do.
That's taking meal prep to the next level. So,
yes.
Steve, talk about what you put. You weigh your macros. He weighs his carbohydrates and weighs his lean protein. So talk to them about this is going to be different for, a woman, in her 30s, a woman in her 50s, a guy in his 20s, a guy in his 50s. It's going to be different for everyone, but tell people what you do.
So I do 60 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs per serving, and I like to have a vegetable in there too. I got carrots. I'm a texture eater, so I like something crunchy. I also think greens are very important to have in your diet. So I didn't have to do it this meal prep, but I juice spinach and I freeze it in the freezer in ice trays like this. And then in the morning, I'll put some Gatorade mix in a bottle. This is after my workout. Then I crack this, grab one of these, and I don't know how much is in these, but it's so weird. After I'm done, after I finish it, I'll get to the office and then I'll forget about it and I'll see it and I'll just chug the whole thing real quick. And it's so weird. All those vitamins and stuff gives you a burst of energy. I know that sounds super weird, but it does. It does.
So Steve's checking the chicken. He's
no!
So you guys, the whole idea, I'm hoping you involve your family every week. And if this time doesn't work for you, we're going to be at 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. every week, and it depends on who our guest is. Ellie's week is definitely going to be 6 p.m., so next week will be a 6 p.m. week. But if the specific time that we're live doesn't work for you, we always want you to be live because it's fun to talk to you and see your comments in the chat. But if that time doesn't work, just decide on a time that does work for you. Maybe you need to do this after you put the kids to bed so you can enjoy it. It just depends on what your schedule is. But just block that time off in your calendar every week. And involve whatever family member you can, because you see, we have 2 hands in the kitchen. Stevie's flying solo over there. So
we're cutting into the chicken right now to see how the cooking's going. Oh, it looks so good. Yeah, it definitely needs more time. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Look at that, you guys. Chicken is done and steaming. Nice job. One of the things that we realized pretty much about 2 seconds before we went live is that Alexa off. Oh, I might have just turned your Alexa off.
Alexa.
Oh my God, Stevie, that chicken is so good.
Oh, why not?
It's perfect. It's not dry. So when we reheat it, it'll be cooked
Alexa,
perfectly.
how much time is left on the timer?
Stop
You
talking.
have 9 minutes and 20 seconds left on your 10-minute timer.
All right, we didn't mess with each other's ALEXA. So good, you guys. We need to like prop this up. Can we put something under this? No, we just do. Okay. So the last thing that we have to do is cut veggies and talk a little bit about egg mash. Okay. So talk about the eggs because you're doing.
So I'm doing the eggs, and as I'm peeling them, this batch, it's like the egg shell is sticking to the egg white tissue inside. So it's something I have to figure out because those pretty eggs that you buy all pre-hard boiled, they're like perfection. And I know they're made in some factory, but so these are weird. I got to figure out what I did wrong or what I got to do next time.
But let's talk about eggs. So you can buy they're called hard cooked, not hard boiled, pre-hard cooked peeled eggs. They come at our store, and your store is going to be different. They may be different. They come 10 for $3.99. So that's about 39. Let's just round up to 40 cents a piece. But they aren't necessarily organic, and they aren't necessarily free range. So in order to get the most health out of what you are eating, you want organic free range. So
they cooked well, but
if you want to do the work and you want the organic free range, we have to figure out how to hard boil these eggs and get the skin off of them. Because when you buy them, like Steve showed you originally, where's the container? Did you get rid of it?
no.
When you buy these eggs, and I don't even know if these are organic and free range, but anyway, they're $4.99.
Yeah. Chicken is free range.
$4.99, so they're about 50 cents an egg. And you have to boil them and you have to peel them. So you just have to make a decision on what you want and where you want to spend your time. So we've got about a little over 5 minutes. Stevie, you want to give us an update from your kitchen?
My chicken's taking longer to cook than expected. I don't know why. Maybe
Did you cover it?
No.
I covered mine.
I don't have a cover.
What do you mean?
You don't have foil?
Oh, you don't have any tin foil?
Oh, I guess I have tinfoil.
All right, there you go. We figured something out today. All right, you guys, I'm cutting some veggies. One of the things that's in the email is to store your veggies in water. The, what's the term? The, more substantial vegetables like carrots and celery. I can't remember what the term is for them.
They're like root. Not root.
No,
Celery is
they're
not
not,
a root vegetable.
Just the more like you don't store cut cucumbers in water. You wouldn't store cut peppers in water. But the only word that's coming to my head, and maybe someone that's watching can chat, is like substantial or hardened. Those are not the right terms. Of course, it'll pop up into my head the minute we're done.
An egg alert.
Oh,
Egg alert. This is why it takes a village to boil eggs. Sonia Rodriguez and Beth Horton both say steam eggs. And you guys, could you do that in like an Instapot? Because that's a steamer also. That would be awesome if you could throw eggs in there and then set it on steam and steam those. But they said steam organic eggs. They peel better. There you go.
And
Next
I
time I'll do
also read in doing a little research, if the eggs are a little older, like a week or two, they will peel. They will hard boil
They're
better
for hard boiled eggs.
and peel better. So you guys, this is the perfect time to bring up Margaux, Mom and Stevie's reading club, Bill Nye, Everything All at Once. Stevie gave me this book for my birthday this year. We are reading it together. And the chapter that I just read was Everyone Knows Something You Don't. Everyone knows something you don't, and that's why it is so important to ask for feedback, ask questions.
Like Sonia Rodriguez.
Thank you, ladies.
And Beth Horton. They
I
know
love
stuff.
it.
We don't
All right.
know.
So cucumbers are washed. These are little mini cucumbers. They're so delicious and easy to grab and eat.
Eating our chicken. So good.
These are the cut yellow peppers. Oh, and they do not go in water because will get pretty mushy. And then I just have to cut celery and carrots, and that's pretty self-explanatory, and those are going in water. So you guys, how did we do today? Leave us a message in the chat below. While we're cleaning up, I will finish this and get it in the fridge. How nice does a clean refrigerator feel? When Stevie would come home from college, he would open our refrigerator and kind of give us a thumbs up or thumbs down on the way our refrigerator felt. So I'd always held me accountable to have it cleaned out and looking nice for him when he came home, just so it's a nice place to eat from. And if you read your email, you saw the extras that we were buying this week are greens, so you can make a nice salad. You can use some of these veggies to cut and throw in, and then also a salad dressing of your choice, or just balsamic vinegar. You can pair that with the EVOO, a little salt, a little pepper. Make yourself a very healthy salad with some good fat. I love balsamic vinegar. I feel like you could put that on anything. It would be amazing. Please like, comment. So many of you have already. Share this post. We want to get more people coming to the kitchen, making good, healthy food, being smart with their money, because meal prep, like Stevie said, is really good for your bank account. And it's also, how many people seem stressed out? I cannot tell you how much this meal prep that we did last week as a dress rehearsal took my stress levels down, my anxiety levels down.
Gosh, it was so nice.
It was so nice, and we weren't scrambling. We knew exactly what it is. So I always say, come up with a plan, decide what that plan is. So we gave it to you. Come up with a plan, stick to the plan, and implement the plan until. So the other piece of what we all did was come up with a financial goal for the next, everybody's due date is a little bit different. But Stevie, you don't have to give us a dollar amount of what your financial goal is, but if you could tell everyone what you're saving up for and why you're committed to this meal prep and being really smart with your money, what are you looking to do?
Well, the meal prep, my goal is to save enough money to put a down payment on a condo. Depending on, I'll know I'll have a certain number saved, but it depends on how I want to invest, how I want to do it. So I'll either spend 2 years in this apartment and buy a big condo, or I'll just spend 1 year, get a smaller condo, and use the bank payments as rent payments. And it just depends on how the money's going to move. So bottom line, I'm trying to get a condo.
And you want to tell them what it is?
We're trying to pay off our mortgage. We will pay off our mortgage. And it's just taking, there's more than food prep that's going to get that done.
Oh,
but to us, food prep is a fun way to do it. We are ahead for the week when we do this on a Sunday. We get to spend time with one of our kids who is, somewhere at a distance from us. And it's fun. It's one of those things that we're just getting ahead. And it's part of, being fiscally responsible, and that feeds right into our goal.
Well, so many times one positive choice is a cascading effect or leads to compounding positive results in other areas of your life. So this week, our meal prep enabled us to go to an evening workout class that we don't normally go to. And I enjoyed it so much because I knew exactly what was going to happen after. I could be present in the moment. And the reason why we ate out this week and went out and celebrated is because 4 years ago on Election Day, so 2016, Steve and I went out and we cut up all of our credit cards. We had paid off all of our credit card debt, and it had nothing to do with the election. It was just a serendipitous combination of events. And this week we decided to go out on election night and celebrate because we had paid off all of our non-mortgage debt. And so giddy up, we've got 4 years to accomplish this next goal, and that is to be completely, personally debt-free. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Are you doing that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay, someone brings the humor to our broadcast. All right, so
We're done.
we're done? We're done.
The food's done.
I just have to cut
think
some
that's
carrots. So you guys, think about that. Look at what we did in an hour because we were prepared. We knew exactly what we were doing. Maybe we had more than just one set of hands in the kitchen. We had fun. We connected. We laughed. We learned. We learned about eggs.
I'm going to redo the egg thing based on
Sonia.
and Beth. They both had really, really good ideas.
Love it. Everybody knows something you don't.
Something good. All right, I'm going to celebrate with a cookie. You guys, these cookies, we'll do these one night. They're gluten-free, and they're literally our favorite cookies that we have.
Oh, we're gonna do oatmeal. Those.
Did you get those? Hey, I left those at your apartment. Did you get them?
Yes, I got them. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. They're good.
Stevie has a great protein cookie recipe that I'm sure we'll be doing on an upcoming episode. So delicious.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, you guys. Like, comment, share. Thank you so much for joining. Come back next week for Meal Prep Sunday. Ellie will be in the house. And it will be at 6 p.m. Eastern next week.
Oh, this is just.
Give us ideas.
Wait, hold on. Stevie's oohing and ahhing.
Oh, is this your chicken?
The chicken is just
Nice.
falling apart.
Congratulations. Also, if you can give us comments on things you'd like to see us make that you've used before for your families, we're looking for cooking things that are like good building blocks for multiple recipes. So give us some ideas. We'd love to try it ourselves. All right, that's it. Thanks, everybody. I've got to step off camera here to
We
end
did
this.
it. Happy